Flawed Dogs by Berkeley Breathed. Read by Sterling Ray. Chapter 5 737. Heidi settled nervously into the back seat as the car pulled away onto the airport road. She never saw the renegade dachshund behind her on the tarmac leap into the cab of an electric airport cart and accidentally hit the accelerator with his bottom. The little vehicle lurched forward and bounced below the belly of the parked plane and on toward the runway. A dozen airport people chased the cart. A huge sign attached to its bumper read, "Follow me!" The dog wasn't actually staring, of course, but to his surprise, he found himself moving quickly away from Mrs. Nutbush, who was still flattened under the men on the tarmac. He kept his bottom pressed against the accelerator pedal and presumed, like a dog caught shredding and eating a designer sofa, that everything was going fine. The Follow Me vehicle entered the main runway from the side and directly across the path of the taxiing 737 airliner that had just landed from Dubuque. The little truck continued east across the grass towards the highway. The plane turned in the same direction and obediently followed close behind. Meanwhile, Heidi sat unhappily in the back of the huge car moving down the airport perimeter road while Mrs. Beaglehole drove. "Dear, sweet Heidi," the woman said, "we should probably discuss something before you see your uncle. The wonderful ladies at St. Egregious mentioned some problems that you had been involved with." Heidi said nothing. Word must have gotten out about the flush reversals she had arranged for the nuns' bathrooms. She stared at the back of the car seats. Little golden retrievers were carved into the leather. "Your Uncle Hamish's spirit isn't terribly well, dear. We'd hate for any unnecessary stress to enter his life right now." Heidi looked out the windows as the car moved away from the airport. She saw people on the sidewalk pointing back down the road behind them. Heidi twisted around in her seat and looked out the rear window. The little electric airport cart swerved close behind their bumper. The dachshund's face peeked out over the hood. Close behind the Follow Me cart rolled the 737 airliner and its obedient pilots moving down the country road. Mrs. Beaglehole stared straight ahead in the front seat and continued, "Heidi, I'll just ask you straight out. Can we expect any problems ahead?" Heidi stared behind her as the airline wings knocked down the power poles lining the road 20 yards back, sending sparks flying and exploding a small transformer box. "No," she said. On the weaving, bouncing electric cart, the dog spotted the girl peering at him through the car's rear window ahead of him. Amidst the troublesome day where nothing made sense, the girl's face was a lifeboat of familiarity. He leapt from the electric cart, accelerator pedal stopping it cold. The airliner behind him slammed on its brakes in front of a Piggly Wiggly grocery store, which the passengers decided was the Piddleton Airport baggage claim. The dachshund streaked up alongside Heidi's car, leapt onto the running board, and scrambled up the rear door, through the open window and into Heidi's open travel bag tucked next to her leg. Panting hard, he looked up at the startled girl and said simply, "I love French fries." He honestly couldn't think of anything less stupid to say, but he thought something honest was called for. It was a pity that girls didn't speak dog. Heidi looked down in mute amazement. Then, with a single finger, Heidi gently, silently, pushed the dachshund's muzzle into the bag and zipped it up.